The man just got in the car. He adjusts the rearview mirror. Suddenly, a doll appears behind him. The doll wraps his head with a plastic bag, but the man is unharmed. He tells the doll to stop the mischief. Seeing that the man is fine, the doll tightens its grip even more. The man angrily tears off the burlap sack. The doll's assassination attempt fails. He quickly returns to the house, mocking it before leaving. The doll doesn't give up, but switches its target. He grabs a kitchen knife in the kitchen, scaring the woman. The doll rushes towards her, only to be kicked to the ground by her. The woman quickly escapes from here. His assassination attempt fails again. Multiple failures make it very disappointed, continuously banging its head against the door frame. But it still doesn't give up. He starts setting traps, nails on the carpet, breaking a glass cup, finally scattering glass marbles on the floor, confidently waiting for the prey. However, the woman opens the door, ruining its traps. It forgot that the door opens from the outside, continuously banging its own head. All the organs in the boy's face have disappeared. He can't see the road, and he can't scream. What the hell is going on? It was just a few moments ago. He was fetching water from the well. A crow fell into the well. He fished it out and took it out of the bucket. He thought the crow was dead. Suddenly, the crow flapped its wings fiercely. The boy was frightened. He fell to the ground and was splashed with mud. The crow flew away. He wiped the mud off his face. All the organs in his face had disappeared. He was terrified, just wanted to go back to his mommy. The slime jumped out of the well. It picked up the eye from the ground and moved in the direction of the boy. The man saw the slime. He rushed to get out his shotgun and shot the slime. The slime was hit and exploded. Boy's mom carries him back to the house. The slime merged and moved towards the boy again. Mom grabbed a scythe and cut it off. The slime's hand reaches out to the boy. It grabs the boy and eats him. Finally, it turns into a human-sized cookie. It said the boy was very tasty. Then it ran to the well and jumped. The boy was taking deep breaths. Suddenly, a rock wrapped around him. He's turned into a stone man. The coach pressed the remote control. A car falls. The stone man caught the car and lifted it up. The coach was satisfied. He passed the test. He calmly pulled his glasses out of his pocket. This is a superpower school. The students all have different superpowers. The girl jumped into the air, turned into a ball, but she was kicked off by the coach. The boy spat on a pole. The coach was very disdainful of him, but the next second, the pillar was corroded. When it was turn. He said he didn't have any powers. The coach took out the remote control. The car fell down. Luckily, Will lay down on the ground in time and dodge the falling car. The coach wondered why he was accepted before he was accepted into the school. An iron giant was destroying the city. His mom had the power of flight, and his dad had great strength. With the help of his mom, Dad flew at the giant and successfully hit it. Together they defeated the iron giant, and they became the heroes of the city. A woman reached out to touch a meteorite. Just as she touched the fallen meteorite, the meteorite exploded. She Saturday on the ground, reached out to inspect. A burst of fire appeared in her hand. She was scared and stood up. Her body underwent a change. Even her braces suddenly disappeared. A flame appeared above her head, making her hair even more beautiful. Her feet left the ground, and she actually floated in the air. A nervous man surveyed the surroundings. His accomplices were robbing a jewelry store. They broke the glass, grabbed a large amount of jewelry, quickly fled back to the car. Panicked, they drove away, and then she appeared. The robbers thought they had successfully escaped, already celebrating joyfully. At this moment, their car flew into the air. The woman threw the car in front of the police station, then toppled the car. The fierce robbers came down from the car, madly shooting towards her. Her clothes were torn by the bullets. The woman quickly moved to the robbers, knocked one down, then bent the confiscated weapons. She became the city's hero and left gracefully. This is the most popular soda in Giant Country. He is the only giant in Giant Country who doesn't eat people to prevent other giants from eating people. He needs the help of the royal guard. On this day, he visited the human queen. After explaining his purpose to the queen agreed to help him and hosted a banquet for him. He squeezed into the house with difficulty. At the banquet, the queen had a servant pour him a cup of coffee. He gracefully picked up the cup and then drank the coffee. But after a while, he spat out the coffee. He took out giant soda from his bag and claimed it to be the best. The queen was curious about the soda and wanted to taste it too. He shared the giant soda with them, thoughtfully placing the cup on the ground and pouring the soda into the cup, allowing the dog to taste it as well. After drinking the soda, This man was shopping at the supermarket. As he passed a shelf of goods, a marshmallow pops out. It rubbed its eyes. Then it fell over. The man thought it was funny. He pokes its bottom with his finger. The marshmallow seemed angry, but then it smiles right back. It smile fooled the man. Then it bit his finger. More marshmallows pops out. The man was frightened. He ran away from here quickly. The marshmallows used the supermarket as a playground. They play bumper cars here, roasting marshmallows on the grill. The most exciting thing is the high-speed blender. It's easy to smash the marshmallows. The man is still running away, but it suddenly stops. A monster is eating. The man wants to challenge it. He took a few steps back. Then he looked at his favorite ice cream. The monster notices him too. They looked at each other. The man mustered up the courage and smashed the ice cream on the monster's head. He succeeded in enraging the monster, then run away desperately. He was running very fast. The monster slipped on a sharp turn. He successfully shakes off the monster. The giant uprooted the tree. He found the man hiding behind the tree. The man tried desperately to escape, but the giant crushed him to the ground. The giant examined his prey. Then he lifted him up. His companions tried to save him, rushed at the giant with his sword, and stabbed him in the foot. The giant kicked him away in anger, then drew his sword from his foot, and the man was captured. The giant returned to the camp with the spoils of war, and they were to be used as food for the giants. The giant chef is cooking the food. He took the seasoning from his nose and tasted it. Then he mixed the seasoning into the meat rolls, and then he puts the rolls together. He started looking for other tools. Jack took the opportunity to pass the man a short knife. The giant found a bamboo skewer and used it to hold the rolls in place. The man was terrified. Luckily, it didn't hit him vitally, but before he could relax, the giant put him in the oven. The giant grabbed the woman from her cage to be chopped into pieces. Hiding above, Jack finally got his chance. He jumped at the giant and hit him in the back. Seagull forages on the beach. Suddenly, the seagull seems to be entangled by something. It struggles desperately, then slowly swallowed by the sand. Kaylee immediately realizes the sand is extremely dangerous. It should not be touched casually. She immediately informs her friends. But it's too late. Marcia's foot is already on the sand. Her foot is stuck. She tries to pull her foot out of the sand, but her body loses balance. Now her hands also touch the sand. Both hands and feet are stuck, then slowly sinking into the sand. Van sees her in danger. He wants to go help Marcia. Jumps out of the car immediately. He falls after just 3 steps. Now everyone realizes the situation is very serious. Vance lays on the sand. He's stuck too. In a desperate hurry, Mitch finds a rope, tries to pull him out with a rope, but it's too late. Vance's face is already injured. He screams in terror, slowly being engulfed by the sand. Kaylee seems to have noticed something. She reached out and slowly approached the sand. Countless tentacles unexpectedly emerged from the sand.